If you're in a Western country, you need to speak up now. What's happening around the world is destroying our culture. Tell me why you're poorer than ever. You're poorer than 5 years ago. You're poorer than 10 years ago. 20 years ago, how much poorer are you? What is going on? They teach us that mass immigration is to help us, give us more culture. But what is it really doing? Can you own a house? Can you even find a house to rent? The cost of groceries is going through the roof. Nearly like the supply and demand can't handle the amount of population they're bringing into our countries. Power is the same. Water is the same. Here in Australia where I live, they're nearly saying we have to restrict water because we don't have enough water. It's just ridiculous. This is not how we're supposed to live. We're not supposed to import so many people into our countries that we become the minority. That is not multiculturalism. That is big corporations and government bringing in votes to benefit them. It's nothing to do with helping your country. It helps their economy because people are getting poorer and poorer, getting taxed out of living. So you bring in more people to keep more money circulating. It's not helping the local people. It's not helping us Australians. It's not helping you in the UK. Thank God America got Trump in to try and stop it. It's not helping you in all of Europe. You can't walk down the street. You've got crime everywhere. What is going on? The women will be raped walking down the street in these countries in Europe that have mass immigration because they can't control the people coming in. They can't vet them. They're letting them in. The government is destroying the countries for profit, for greed, for tax, for votes, and many other things. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe this is happening to our beautiful civilization. We are letting it get destroyed by overpopulation and greed and crime. Since when in Australia could we not walk down the street without worrying about getting robbed, getting stabbed, having to lock the doors at night because someone's going to come in with a machete and rob you? They're going to steal your car. Every day on the news, there's someone's car stolen, someone stabbed. That's not the country I grew up in. That is not what I want to live in. I don't give a shit if you think importing these people from third world countries is going to help our country, because it's not. They're not importing doctors and engineers. They're importing votes. It's ridiculous. And this isn't against immigrants. Immigrants are great, especially in Australia. I've always loved our immigrants and to become part of our community, part of Australia. When you bring in more than our population to make us the minority, and then you bring in cultures that don't want to assimilate and become Australian and be proud to be Australian, that's not immigration. That's replacement. And I'm going to say it like it is. And that's what's happening all over the West. And that's what's happening all over Europe, all over Australia, all over England. It's ridiculous. And it's time we start standing up and speaking the truth. I have so many people who are immigrants in my comments agreeing with me, saying this is ridiculous. It's not racist to call out this radical behaviour of these people. These people coming in that don't want to be Australian, don't want to be European, don't want to be English, don't want to be American. Why would you want them in your country? It doesn't make any sense. We need to speak up and put an end to this, because I don't know how much longer we can go on when you buy 2 bags of groceries and it costs $200. Power bills are going through the roof because there's not enough power to go around. You can't rent a house. Everywhere I look, there's people on the street living in their cars because we're not made to have 500,000 people coming in a year when we have a population of 20 million. Like, what is going on? What is the theory behind that? A city has a couple million people, so let's bring in 500,000. We cannot sustain that. The average spend of people has plummeted in Australia, so they decide to import millions of people to push more money into the economy. But you know who that helps? The big corporations. It does not help the normal Australian. And we need to call it out. They say the economy is going good. Good for who? The billionaires? The top 1%? Is it going good for you when you're deciding whether to put fuel in your car or buy a drink at the servo or buy bananas or oats because you can't afford both? What's the point? How can you go on with this? Why do you think young people don't want to work anymore? Why do you think they're checked out? Why do you think depression's on the rise? Because you can't live like this. You cannot live in a country that doesn't support you. It's ridiculous. I just wanted to come on here and say these words because I want everyone to know we're in the same boat. It's happening all over the world. Disclaimer, because I'm in Australia so I don't get arrested, I've explained it. This isn't against immigration. This is against mass immigration and from cultures that don't want to be Australian, want to be violent and criminals. This is also my opinions. It's not fact. But comment down below your opinions because we can still speak for now. If you're in a country ran by these radical left-wing politics that care more about importing votes and lining their own pockets than caring for their own people in their own country, you might be losing your freedom of speech very soon. England is already in big trouble, as you can see. They get more arrests for posts online than nearly anywhere in the world, if not anywhere in the world at the moment. In Australia, they're trying to bring these laws in. They're pushing for it hard to say it's for your protection. But is it for your protection? Because I think we've always been fine until recently. And what's happened recently, we all know. So it's time to call this out. It's time to put an end to this. We can't keep living like this. It breaks my heart to see Europe and the locals over there in Germany, in Ireland, in Scotland, where they are just getting attacked on the street. I seen one video the other day of a German lady trying to prove that she can walk down the street dressed in pink on New Year's, and then they started throwing rocks at her head. Like, how could that happen to your country? Yeah, but in France, they had to cancel their Christmas parades and stuff like that because people are going to drive through it with cars. They're going to shoot up the place because they don't want your culture. They want to replace it. It's ridiculous. I'm not naming a group, Australian government in YouTube, who will probably block this video. So please subscribe, comment down below, like this and share this because knowing what I'm speaking about, sometimes it just gets suppressed. But I can see people dying to hear this voice and hear people speak like this. I see it in the comments down below. Everyone wants this because we've had enough. And the government can see it. They're shitting themselves. There's opposition parties popping up everywhere saying what I'm saying right now. It's getting into the mainstream. You know, the mainstream media is losing all its credibility because people have the online internet to spread the truth like I am doing right now. But they want to stop that. They want to silence it, say it's to stop hate speech, like they are trying to bring in the laws here in Australia. Like I said, I have not named any groups. I'm just saying mass immigration is not suitable for the West if you're becoming a minority in your own country. Anyway, comment down below what you think. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know where you're from and what you're going through. I would love to know. And to all my fellow Australians, don't worry, we can get through this. Luckily, we have Europe to look at to see what we're headed for, so we can try to speak up now.